Hi everybody, and Multiversus Season 1 is here tomorrow. And starting with a free character selection, rerolls. And it's going to be Arya, Batman, Lebron, and Steven this time, which is alright. Alrighty, let's start with the patch notes with the meta systems. The free rotation characters now have an icon in the character select to identify them, which now means like you can actually tell if you have them bought or not instead of looking at them and assuming you have all these characters unlocked. Like for me, I had 9 characters unlocked, but I really only had like 5 of them because 4 of them was free, and it's all right. But when the character selection is going to come off, I'm going to be like, oh, I thought I had that character bought, but now you will know. The Battle Pass XP match rewards is increased to 10 for wins and 5 to losses instead of it used to be 5 XP for wins and then 3 XP for losses. So you're going to be basically doubling your XP for that. And then disable class-based Battle Pass missions other than for tanks. I personally haven't been really doing the Battle Pass missions yet, but for those who have, since players might not have access to fighters in specific classes or other than tanks, thanks to Wonder Woman, we felt like relying on rerolls was not a reliable enough method to work around those missions. So that just basically means like not a lot of people had any other tanks unlocked yet other than Wonder Woman because she was already a free character to begin with. So I think that's why they were doing that. And then they lowered the requirements for a number of seasonal missions. Ring out a player from the top of the map 50 times. Used to be 75. Ring out a player from the side of the map 50 times. Used to be 75. Bring out a player from the bottom of the map 50 times. Used to be 75. And get 50 assists. Previously 125. So that one's a pretty big change. If you're trying to do your seasonal missions, which I think they end today anyways. So 9 a.m. on the 15th. So you might want to start grinding them. And general perks. Here we are. The Clear the Air perk. Increased consistency on the perk. They were aware of inconsistencies in the perk's interaction with Velma's speech bubbles and Batman's batarangs. We'll address these interactions in a future patch. Well, they will. And then Make It Rain Dog. Make It Rain Dog. Funny name. Projectile speed is now properly applied to thrown items. Painted Target. Fixed an issue where projectiles weren't applying bonus damage. That's pretty cool. I'm a Harley Quinn main, so maybe my little explosive gun can do some more bonus damage. And then Retaliation Ready. Reduced unstacked gray health from 3 HP for 3 seconds to 1 HP for 3 seconds. Reduced gray health from 4 HP for 3 seconds to 2 HP for 3 seconds. A little bit confusing. I don't use that perk anyways. And then School Me Once. Increase consistency on projectile block spawn. And then getting hit by Jerry will now spawn a projectile block buff. So that's pretty cool. And then the perk Slippery when faint. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Feint. Fixed an issue where evade distance was not increased on hit cancels. Oh, that's actually a really cool perk. Maybe I should. So you get extra distance when you dodge something. That's pretty cool. Snowball effect. Fixed an issue where projectiles weren't applying bonus damage. Oh, so they must have had a lot of issues with bonus damage and projectiles. Static electricity. Increased consistency on projectile electric damage application. And then it says notable thrown an item will now apply electricity, which is actually pretty cool, actually. There's a lot of perks I didn't know about. Play modes. Free for all. They fixed a bug where pop-up text would display in the incorrect point value. I've only played it once, and yeah, the point values were pretty screwed up when I was playing it. It kind of got confusing. And then the announcer packs, you can actually now preview a character's announcer pack before deciding to unlock it. Which I was looking at them, and I was like, what's the point of announcers? Like, is that Wonder Woman on your front page? Is that an announcer? Or is it the ring out? I'm not sure. And they also fixed the advanced tutorials. Fixed for tutorials causing stage hazards to toggle off in other game modes. Down spike tutorial has been fixed so that it requires an actual spike rather than an aerial attack. The rain dog tether step of the tutorial no longer counts if you pull in your ally after they've been wrung out. Fixed for Shaggy falling off the map during the aerial combat tutorial demo. Added a wall to the second step of the KBI tutorial. Yeah, so they didn't specify if they fixed the knockback tutorial with Wonder Woman. That one's still extremely broken. I actually didn't experience any of these other bugs during the tutorial other than Wonder Woman. And it's impossible to complete. This one's broken. They didn't say if they fixed the knockback. They also added new terms. They added wall fatigue to the glossary, which I thought I already seen wall fatigue. I'm not sure. And then they added terms block hazard and wipe to the glossary and updated move lists accordingly, which I will now go through. Wonder Woman. They buffed her ground air neutral special, lowered cooldown from 13 seconds to 12 seconds. They buffed the ground side special. Projectile shields now come earlier to allow her better react to incoming projectiles. They changed her air up attack. Hurtbox should now be better matched to the animation. They buffed her weight. Holy shit. Increased from 65 to 70. What? That is way too much. I already found her way too hard to eliminate with all her shields. Now she's just gonna be a Hulk, man. Holy. And they changed the Shield of Athena signature perk. Adjusted scale of projectile shield for Shield of Athena signature perk to cover an edge case where projectiles would pass above it during a dodge. Not sure what that means. But all in all, Wonder Woman got a huge buff. She got no nerfs, only 2 changes. And then there's Finn. And again, developer notes right beside it. Fighting against Finn felt too difficult as Finn felt a bit too safe and he could throw at attacks without much fear of a punish due to how quickly he recovered. Hurt hitbox foundational updates are coming soon, but will not be in this patch. So I guess all the really good things are going to be coming in the patch after this. This is just like a band-aid fix, I guess. They still have a lot. They nerfed the passive attacks affected by attack decay no longer spawns coins. Finn now spawns with 100 coins instead of 200. They buffed his air down special. Fixed an issue where the gem required 200 gold to spawn, but only cost 100 to spawn. Now requires and costs 100. So that wasn't really much of a change. They just changed the visual, I guess. But they nerfed his air side special, added additional whiff recovery. They nerfed his ground air up special, reduced the strength of the vacuum effect on the backpack. Weaker hits of the backpack will no longer overwrite stronger knockbacks from other attacks. I never really felt that, though. I always felt like whenever I used his money bag, I would always get kicked by Shaggy anyways. That needs to be nerfed. Whiffing with all his hits will still drop a coin. So that's with his backpack. Even if you don't hit anyone, you're still going to drop a coin. Added whiff recovery. Hitboxes should better match the attack. Not perfect until our planned hitbox system overhaul. So they fixed the hitboxes, but it won't be perfect until the next patch. They nerfed the air side attack, reduced attack frames to diminish Finn's ability to hit fighters behind him. I don't know, a lot of people hated Finn. I didn't find Finn that overpowered. Shaggy is overpowered, but I'm on Finn. Ground attack. The distance Finn covers with his attack now scales with how the charge of the attack is, which is awesome. So if it's fully charged, you're going to go full. Half charge, you can go half. And then no charge is going to go a little bit. That's actually really cool. And then ground side attack has been nerfed. Increased whiff recovery for the first hit. And then for the perk on the house, they buffed it. Fixed an issue where Finn still spent gold on gems spawned by this perk. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people don't really use his money anyways, so they always tend to forget about it. And then they slightly reduced the launch speed of gems spawned by the perk. This should fix the issue that arose when the perk was combined with Make It Rain Dog. Batman. And so there was a change in Batman's air and ground side special. Fixed a bug where Batman would overshoot his grapple destination if the fighter he was grappling to dodged. So that'll help you Batman guys not kill yourselves anymore. But I personally find Batman so dang overpowered in ones. Maybe that's just because I'm a Harley Quinn main. But okay, let's go on. Increase the overshooting distance when grappling to an ally. That kind of goes in with what I just said. And then fixed Batman's grappling failing at short distancing. Under jeez, I can't speak. Fixed Batman's grapple failing at short distances under high latency. So those who have Wi-Fi or just bad connections, there you go. That'll help you. And then the ground side attack, first hit added 3 frames of whiff recovery. So that's kind of a nerf there. If you don't hit your first shot, you're going to have 3 more frames of whiffing. And 3 more frames if somebody is able to hit you. And then his air ground neutral attack has been nerfed. But that's not coming in this patch. It's coming in patch 2 apparently. But the battering pickup will now return at 9 seconds, 0.45 of its cooldown instead of 11.5 seconds, 11.55. This change will help create a window from and Batman's air ground neutral attack is going to be patched. Hasn't been patched yet. I don't know when it's going to be. But basically, the battering pickup will now return 9.45 seconds of its cooldown instead of 11.55. This change helps create a window from when the battering is used for the opponent to react. With perks like CoffeeZilla causing this cooldown to be even shorter, we felt like this change was necessary to create counterplay against the battering. We felt this change was necessary to create counterplay against the battering, which is fair. My biggest complaint with Batman was versing against the battering. I just don't think he should be able to control where it lands on its way back. Like you control it on the way, but when it comes back, it goes in the direction. If you have it on downward, it'll go downward. You have it upwards, it goes upwards. It's just it creates way too much conflict. It's like you dodge the first battering, it comes back, and then you can either dodge it, but at the same time, Batman's already coming at you because he sandwiched you. So you're guaranteed to get hit by one of them because you've already dodged, and chances are you already jumped too. So there's that. I just don't like Batman's Batarang. I hate versing Batman in ones. Harley Quinn, my bae. They changed the stuffy bat. The Harley Bomb VFX shrunk to better match the explosion radius. I'm not sure what that is, but her weight has also been buffed from 42 to 44. I think that should have been like 46. And also with Harley, they should have changed her perk systems where you should be able to aim her down attack without a perk. That's just so BS that you can't. Not much with Garnet, but they buffed her air ground neutral special. Song activation starts earlier on frame 12 instead of frame 30. They changed the air ground down special, fixed a bug where Garnet would be stopped by Iron Giant's collision when she moves with her down special. And they buffed her neutral attacks, slightly higher base knockback. I don't know how I feel about that. I already felt like Garnet already had a super high knockback rate. She's super heavy. But we'll see how this plays out. Okay, with Jake, they nerfed his air down attack. Removed instant cancel out of the attack to prevent skateboard infinites. Thank you. But I've only really been hit by 3, but I still feel like you should be able to dodge after the second one. Because that is such an annoying, stupid move. No longer bounces off allies. And the ground up attack. Additional whiff recovery. Slightly later charge cancel window to make it a bit more committable. So you gotta really have to commit to it. Bugs Bunny. There's developer notes here. Bugs Bunny is a bit too safe in everything he does. We've given him some additional whiff punish windows to address this, which is awesome. And they've fixed an exploit with the up air special and the side air special, where bugs could spawn 2 rockets. Thank you. They've also nerfed the air ground neutral special, and they fixed an exploit where bugs could spawn multiple safes without triggering his cooldown. They reduced the safe HP from 16 to 14. They changed the fact where bugs' tunnels will now disappear when creating new tunnels. Up air attack has been nerfed. 4 frames of whiff recovery. Air side attack has been nerfed. Increased whiff recovery by 5 frames. Air neutral attack has been nerfed. Increased whiff recovery by 5 frames. And ground attack has been nerfed. Pi max lifetime set to 8 seconds from infinity. And the Pi no longer applies a slow effect. So I don't know what that's really going to do to bugs. I haven't tried bugs yet, but here you are. Okay, and Lebron James, his air ground side special has been changed. LeBron's solo dunk no longer spawns a shockwave on the ground. The alley-oop teleport version of LeBron's dunk spawns a shockwave and will launch fighters into the shockwave. The shockwave will launch fighters and into the final hit that applies weakened debuff. The shockwave will launch fighters into a final hit that applies weakened debuff. Solo dunk knockback and hitbox size increased. Fix a bug where LeBron could dunk himself into the sky. And then ground air down special with no ball adjusted to prevent ball slam. There was a buff to the air side attack. Branches earlier on hit. Fixed for hitbox hitting behind him too much. There's a buff for the air neutral attack. Branches earlier on hit to increase combo potential. And also a fix for ball neutral air branching into no ball neutral air. There was a buff on ground side attack and the ground down attack. Removed shared attack decay from side attack and down attack. There's a buff to ground side attack. The 3-hit combo hits more consistently. There's a change, ground neutral attack. They fixed the angle of attack, and there was a change to basketball. Fixed some team color issues that would occur when reflecting LeBron's basketball. So, just fixed the color of the basketball, I guess. And they also fixed an issue where LeBron could be stuck attacking without his ball while visually holding his ball. And the hot hands perk, they changed. When an ally catches a no-look pass while the hot hands perk is equipped, the basketball pass buff will emit flames to let allies know where they will throw the ignited ball. So that's pretty cool. Rain Dog, they buffed his air up special, removed hip pause on ally that threw Rain Dog when Rain Dog connects in ball form. I'm not sure what that means. Air ground neutral special has been nerfed, increased cooldown 13 seconds to 14, and air up attack has been buffed, hit size increased. And Shaggy. Shaggy's side, here's developers notice what that is. Shaggy's side special felt a little too unpunishable, so if you added a bit of whiff recovery, I don't know if that's even gonna fix that. It's just it broke through any move. They nerfed the Rage Air side special. Recovery increased by 2 frames. Now better matches Rage Ground side special. It addressed an issue where Shaggy could perform 2 Rage specials. Didn't know that was a thing. They apparently buffed his Rage Ground Down special. Shaggy Shockwave will launch fighters into the final hit that applies weaken debuff. That was already a pretty powerful move. And the Ground Air side special added 4 additional frames of recovery. I don't know. They didn't really do what I wanted them to do to Shaggy. His weight needs to be decreased. He's too heavy. He's way too heavy. He's too powerful. His he has too many attacks with armor, and he has attacks. He has like one attack that destroys armor that bypasses it. He's just all around an overpowered character. Steven. They nerfed the ground down special. Watermelon Steven ability cooldown now begins when Watermelon Steven is wrung out. Fixed a bug where Watermelon Steven could spawn inside ceilings and could be stuck. They changed the air neutral attack. No longer will. I thought it said no longer will animation be a bitch, but it says no longer will animation hitch. The VO SFX fixed an issue where Steven's hit VO lines failed to play. That's pretty cool. And the taunts. They fixed it. Fixed an issue where Steven could only perform his up taunt. Oh. And Superman, the ground neutral attack, added additional whiff recovery. Ground up attack, nerf. Added additional whiff recovery. They just nerfed Superman all around. He was already a pretty bad character, but he only had 2 moves. That was good. And the ground down special added additional whiff recovery. I don't know. They did Superman dirty there. He's already a shit character, and they just nerfed him even more. And then Tom and Jerry, they buffed the Dynamite. Dynamite now applies projectile perk effects. They changed the air normal attacks. Fixed a bug that would prevent Tom and Jerry from using his normal attacks when air special limit has been reached. And they nerfed the air up special. Fixed an issue where Jerry would continue to have effective hip frames when falling from the rockets. Velma, they nerfed her air side special, reduced move distance. The distance this traveled before gave Velma additional recovery that wasn't intended. They nerfed the air up special, reduced weakened stacks from 3 to 2, and will no longer chain to air down attack and easily prevent easy applications of damage. They nerfed the ground side special, reduced gray health from 12 HP to 4. Reduced gray health from 12 HP for 4 seconds to 6 HP for 3 seconds. The air down attack has also been nerfed, increased recovery. Air side attack, nerfed, added whiff recovery. Ground air neutral attack, nerfed. Fixed issues where word bubbles would go through bugs' tunnels. Oh, that's pretty funny. They should have kept that. And the tunnels. Reduced, oh yeah. Reduced ammo count from 43. Reduced ammo return from 11 to 10. Her weight decreased from 63 to 60. Jeez. And the knowledge is power perk. Reduce gray health from 7 HP for 5 seconds to 3 HP for 3 seconds. Okay, for Iron Giant is way too complicated. I am just gonna leave the screenshot up for you guys to read it. I apologize. That is just way too like I don't use them. I don't know anything about them. So here you are. Sorry. And no offense with Taz. That's I don't know. I've been reading a lot. I don't want to read this. I'm gonna let you guys just go over Taz and Iron Giant. I'll leave that up for you guys.